have to set up the mic. Set up the camera. So did your girlfriend get you anything for your birthday?
She got me this cup. It's a good cup. I don't have a cup.
How can you not have a cup in a home?
It broke.
Oh, you dropped it.
Yeah, the handle fell off.
Oh, well, it's time for a new cup then, bro. You can afford a new cup. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's from David's Tea? It looks like a David's Tea cup with a diffuser.
It probably is.
Yeah, David's Tea makes good shit.
Top 10. I mean, I don't think we should review all the cards. So
No, not doing that. Just the 10 that we talked about and why you picked them.
Yeah.
So what did you mean by... What did this mean to you, anticipate? We'll talk about that when the show starts.
Yeah.
When we get one viewer. The magic number. What did you end up doing then? Did you go see a movie? Your usual things or no?
Oh, we saw Us.
What was that about?
Oh, shit, dude. The movie was terrifying, man.
Terrifying? I thought it's about, like, people. No?
It's about people.
Is it, like,
it's a
sci-fi?
It's a horror film, man.
Is it? I don't watch trailers or read the descriptions. I just wait for people like you to watch it and then talk to me about it. And I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. I'm in.
Yeah.
But like Get Out. When I first heard about this is so stupid. White people taking over black people.
Spoilers. So you saw it?
Get Out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you've never seen it? Oh shit, my bad.
I mean, I know what happened.
But just the premise, when people explained it to me, I'm like, this is so stupid. What's wrong with you people? Then I watch it like, whoa, this is the coolest movie ever.
Yeah. There's a lot of
like when I watch
messages, right?
What?
A lot of themes. Like it's not just about black people, racism.
I don't think about those things. That doesn't apply to me. I'm just like, this is a cool movie. Like I was watching Captain Marvel. I'm like, this is pretty good. And my friend was saying, no, it's not. It's awful. I'm like, how is this awful? It's fine.
Yeah.
What did you think, Captain Marvel?
I thought it was good.
Did you like it more or less than Alita? That's, like, at first I was comparing it to,
Well, Alita had really good action, but
the story was bullshit.
But the story was but I mean, Captain Marvel's story was...
Yeah, but there's a twist at the end, which is what I really like about movies, when they put a twist in there.
There's a twist? Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm not spoiling you. You can't say it out loud and ruin it for everyone else that haven't seen it. But there is a twist where we're like, whoa, what's going on here? Those guys are not...
We got a viewer already.
Oh, shit. Damn it. Alright, I guess we'll start the show. What episode are we on?
Let's just say 12.
Okay. Alright, thanks, viewer. You started the show early. We were just going to talk about Captain Marvel and spoil it for everyone. But anyways. Welcome, everyone, to episode 12 of The Player and the Pro. This is The Player Will.
And this is the Pro Tachi.
Today, we're doing a change of a situation because it's somebody's birthday. Me. I'll sing happy birthday to you. Little brother.
Yeah, don't do it on the stream. Just keep
going,
man. Just keep going.
Okay. Today, we're going to talk about the top 10 anticipated cards from the Rise of Shadows expansion. And what that really means is... For me, anticipated didn't mean the best cards that I knew that would be awesome, like legendaries, or even unidentified contract. Is that the name of the card? Like, I didn't put that on my list because I know this is going to be a good card. I don't have to anticipate it. It's like, is this cards that I'm not sure what they're going to do or how they're going to affect the meta. This is how I looked at the list. I just didn't really... we're free-flowing. I don't put restrictions on what you want to put down on your list.
Yeah.
But that's what I put down because I was wondering, what is this card going to do? Is this going to be meta-defining? And is this going to change everything? Or is this going to be a total bust? Like Ticket Scalper is the example I always like to use. When that came out, everyone thought it would be meta-defining. But in the end, it was just like a flash in the pan. It did a little bit. It's good half the time. It's bullshit the other half of the time. And it wasn't the powerhouse that everyone thought it would be. How did you make your list?
I just kind of did it by power level.
Power level, okay.
I should have picked some more interesting cards, but
So you just did basic bread and butter.
But
Like, this is gonna be good. I know it's gonna be good. I just can't wait to use it. Or what do you
like my top 3 are kind of just the strongest cards. But like my other 7 cards, I'm not really sure how strong they are.
Okay.
But I think they should see enough play. I just don't know how good it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's just the whole point of this list. It's not the best 10 cards from Rise of Shadows, which would be a different list, which we would know. Most of them are. I don't know, some of them. You might have to play with them, but you get some of them off the list just by looking at the description of the card. Like, this is going to be good. I'm just not sure how good this is going to be, right?
Yeah.
All right, without further ado, let's start the show.
Start the list.
What do we have? Number 10. Oh, yes. For me, I have Tunnel Blaster. 7 mana, 3/7 taunt. Death Rattle, deal 3 damage to all minions. This, I have no idea what it's going to do, because from what my analysis of the new set is, there seems to be a lot of tokens, and I'm wondering if you use all your tokens to blow this guy up, is he just gonna blow up my home board? I'm not sure what this guy's gonna do. It's a 3/7 taunt, and when it dies, it deals 3 damage to everything else. So you have to bump, I don't know, maybe 2 things into it to kill it, and then it's gonna go off and do 3 damage to everything else. Is this just basically a board clear? Like, I'm not sure what it is. That's why I was interested. Like, it might be really good, or it might be one of those cards that does nothing. To me, I compare this kind of to Mossy Horror. When that first came out, I thought this was stupid. This isn't going to do anything. But then it was the perfect counter to Giggling Inventor, right? Mm-hmm. And then that's why, in my book, Mossy Horror went up, and the fact that I got wrecked by it so many times. So I'm not sure if this is a different type of Mossy Horror.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good card, but
Really?
I also don't know how good it's going to be.
Okay.
Like, it's kind of like a small Flame Strike.
Yeah, it's like,
right?
do I just...
It's also 7 mana.
So, like, if you're behind, I just drop... And it has taunt, which is the most important thing. So I drop this behind you. Is this going to clear his board and make me catch up again? Like, I'm not sure what this is going to do, right?
I think the best situation is you're obviously behind when you play this card.
Yeah.
So maybe they have, like, 3 minions on the board, and then you play this, and it probably clears up all 3 minions.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a small board clear. But it's going to be awkward if they don't clear this, and then you're like, I don't want to play anything either. So it's going to go into specific control decks, I feel like, who's going to be behind, maybe they play their Discover cards early, right? And then they drop this, and then they're like, oh, well, fuck, all my current minions are going to die to this. So it's going to be interesting. I like to see where this card ends up.
I just picked it because I'm like, this guy looks kind of cool. Throwing bombs. He's got grenades everywhere.
Okay, so my number 10, I included 2 cards here.
What the hell? You're stealing my thing here.
Yeah, I'm stealing your thing. I figured they're all class cards, so I might as well just put it, because I don't want to include 2 class cards in one list. Haggis' Scheme, it's very hard for me to evaluate this card, right? Because it's like, you can't keep this on turn 1 in your opening hand.
Yeah.
You probably want to throw it out. But if you do keep it in your opening hand, then on turn 5 it's going to deal like 4 damage or 5 damage to everything. I mean, usually if Dragon's Fury did that every time, then you're probably pretty good, right?
Right. That card was so annoying.
So maybe people would keep this in their opening hand. I just have no idea how to use this card the best. So it's going to be interesting for me to see how this card ends up.
One point about this card is, to me, it seems more like a Warlock card than a Shaman card.
Yeah.
Where it deals... When it first came out, I thought this was a Warlock card. Deal 1 damage to all minions. Upgrade each turn. This sounds totally like a Warlock card where he's like just blowing up the board. He doesn't care.
It looks like it's trying to replace Volcano that's leaving.
Oh, okay.
Right? That deals 15 damage to everything. But this is like... This only costs 5 mana.
And doesn't overload, yeah.
Doesn't overload, but it's really shitty if you top deck it. Okay. Then you can't play it right... I mean, you could play it right away, but then you just play an Arcane Explosion for 2. It's kind of bad. Walking Fountain, I think we'll talk more about this later on, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. I think it should be a good card.
Okay.
So
all right, cool.
We'll talk about
Number 9. Oh, yes. Burly Shovelfist. 9 mana, 9/9 neutral rush minion. To me, this guy... I'm not sure if he will be the new, 8 drop. Like, you know how back in the day we had Bone Mare and Primordial Drake at the 8 slot that we were always worried about. I'm not sure if this 9 drop is going to be the bully that's just going to start dominating the meta because it's 9/9 rush, so it's going to come in and kill something right away, right?
Yeah.
On turn 9. It doesn't have taunt, so you can swing back, but it's going to take out your biggest guy and still stick around, I think, for the most part.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what does this 9/9 for 9 do? Like, back then, 9/9s for 9 was like a joke. It wouldn't do anything, right? If it just popped out. But then the fact that it has rush gives it that ability to jump in and do something, take something out. Charged Devil Sword was 8 mana for 7/7 rush, basically. So for 1 more mana, you're getting 2 more stats, and that's significant, right?
Oh, you got 4 more stats.
I mean, and you get +2/+2 on each
+2/+2.
side. Yeah. For 1 more mana, and this is at common. So I'm thinking, like, what's going on here?
Well, the thing is I don't think Charged Devil Sword was that good. Because it's a 8 mana card, and this is a 9 mana card, so it's like...
Even worse?
The problem with 9 mana cards is...
You're dead.
What are you going to do on turn 8? What are you going to do on turn 7? It's kind of like, you can't... like, if this is like your first pick,
Yeah, well...
you can't just draft this, right? Because you're like, well, my curve is kind of shitty. So it's like... Yeah, I don't know how strong... Like, people on Reddit thinks this is, like, the best.
Really?
Like,
they're like me? They agree with me?
They think this is going to be the arena king. The lord of the arena, man.
Reddit agrees with me?
And then I was like, I mean...
How often does Reddit write?
So you compare this card with Charged Devil Sword. You can also compare this with Gilnean Royal Guard, which does 8 damage.
Right.
But you have to think about it. It's like... Is 9 damage that important versus 7 damage or 8 damage? Right? Because, like, what has 9... Hell, Furious End. That's kind of about it. Like,
right, yeah.
But Furious End is a turn 7 card.
Right.
So it's like you have to waste another turn before you can use this to kill End.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think the extra mana cost is not going to make this card that good.
Okay.
So I'm very skeptic about it.
You're skeptic? It just looked impressive to me. Like, whoa, this is everything I want. But we'll see. Jury's still out, huh?
Yeah.
Tachi's number 9.
Read
the card.
Portal Overfiend. 6 mana, 5/6 neutral demon card. Battlecry, shuffle 3 portals into your deck, and when it's drawn, you summon a 2/2 demon with Rush.
Do these portals, they all, after you draw another card?
Draw
too?
another card.
Okay, it's not like you waste your turn. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
So, I mean, usually a 6 mana card is like a Boulder Fist Ogre, which is a 6 mana 6/7.
Right.
So you get 2 less stats. You get 1 less attack and 1 less defense, health, and you get this. It's, I mean, in Warlock, it's going to be just super good. Because in Warlock, you're tapping pretty much always after turn 6. So you draw 2 cards each time. And yeah, so I think a card you can compare this to is Feldore Strider. It's a 4 mana 4/4 rogue card. You shuffle 3 spiders in your deck.
Right. Okay, yeah.
And then when you draw, you get a 4/4.
Right.
Now that is already pretty crazy, right? Because it doesn't even have rush, and this thing has rush. So it's like immediate 2 damage rush that you could draw into. So I think this effect, the Battlecry effect, is really powerful. And it's like kind of hard to play around, right? So like Feldore Strider was in the top bucket. So this gives a minion rush, which I'm going to think it's probably just as good, if not better. So
it's like I guess a delayed effect, right? You lose stats, but then you get a 2/2 with rush later, right? Ideally, the next turn, if you draw it, you get all 3 of them in a row, you win the game. Yeah. But that doesn't really happen. Or sometimes it costs you the game because you didn't draw a card, right? You didn't draw one of the demons out, right?
And I kind of like it because it also has 6 health. If you look at a lot of the board clears that's coming back, it deals 5 damage.
Oh, duh?
So you have Dragonfire Potion, Failfire Potion.
Right, those things.
Those cards. And so this is going to survive that, and it will catch you off guard, and then you'll be like, oh god, I'm going to draft this too. Like, this is pretty much just Feldore Strider, right? Like, it just...
Okay.
So, yeah.
It's weird that they made a neutral demon, though.
Yeah.
Is there something going on with demons?
So
Maybe in the future.
I feel like this card is almost like an auto pick in Warlock because I don't think they're gonna bucket this very highly. So then you just rack it up, man,
and just keep tapping and drawing more.
Tapping, dropping the rush. It's pretty good, man.
Okay. Me, number 8, Convincing Infiltrator. 5 mana, 2/6 priest minion. Taunt. Has Death Rattle. Destroy a random minion. So it has a piece of the what the hell's that guy's name? The 9-man.
Obsidian statue.
Obsidian statue Death Rattle. Where when it dies, it pops something. Sure, it's a bit weaker at 2/6. It doesn't have that power, the 4 power, or the life steal that that made Obsidian statues one of the beasts out there. But it seems to be in that right spot where it's 5 mana, 2/6. Where in the mid part, if you had mid-sized minions, this guy might take out the whole team in a certain way.
Yeah.
So I'm not just the fact that it has destroy random minion effect. That's always been very interesting for me. Like, when Spider Bomb had it, I always kind of wanted to pick it. But Spider Bomb was a 2/2, so you could just chunk anything into it and not really worry about it. This is a 2/6 with taunt, so you have to deal with it. And then there might be those Death Rattle synergies where it copies the Death Rattle or something like that.
Oh God.
Then you're just like, then you're really scared of this guy. So I don't know. The fact that it has taunt makes it like a target, but then the way you want to target it, it might be a bit awkward because the random killing a minion effect might kill your best minion if you bump if you don't want to use like your little guys to kill it, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you might want to bump your big guy, make him weaker, and then you lose a little guy, but it might just kill your big guy anyways, right?
Yeah, well, I kind of want to compare this card with... Okay, so we have Stegodon, which is a 4 mana 2/6.
Yeah.
It's not that good.
No, that's underwhelming.
And then this is a mana extra, but you get the Death Rattle effect.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, it's kind of a weird card because, like, what is it trying to do? Like, is it good against a board of small minions, or is it good against a board of large minions?
I don't know.
Because on turn 5, you probably don't have anything that can deal 6 damage in one hit. So likely you probably have a bunch of small shitters, but if something has 3 health and it doesn't die to this, so if you jam like
2 3/3s into it.
Yeah, 2 3/3s in it, it just kills a 3/3, and then
makes the other one a 3/1. Yeah.
And then you still have a 3/1. So I don't know.
I'm not sure. That's why I put it there.
Like,
number 8.
If it kills a 3/3 and then leaves a 3/1, then it's just a Fire Plume Phoenix. But Fire Plume Phoenix is 4 mana. So I don't think this card is that good, but it's really annoying when Priest has, revive cards too, right?
My God,
like Mass Resurrection. They have a legendary that resurrect the dude at the end of the turn.
Oh my God.
So this is going to be a synergy card, I feel like. Like if you had those and you're like, oh yeah, I'm getting this. But
okay, so more for standard, do you think maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, I just thought it was interesting because
I guess if you buff it too, like with the power of the shield,
God.
you have
a 2/8.
Something that buff it by +2/+2.
Or wait, is that OP buff card coming back, like the +2/+6 or something like that? What's that called? It was what set was that one?
Oh wait, it is
Old Gods, right?
Power Word Tentacles. Yeah.
So it'd be a 4/12. So it'd be. I'm not sure what this is. Like, it's very confusing to me. So I'm like, it could be great. It could be embarrassingly bad. I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna be that good. But,
so you don't think it's gonna be that bad though?
I don't think it's gonna be that bad either. But it's probably gonna be like Stegodon form of underwhelming. So, yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Wow.
I have a small neutral card on this anticipated list. Henge Clan Hogsteed. 2 mana 2/1 beast with rush, and it has a Death Rattle 7/1/1 Murloc. So the card I compare this to is Blowgill Sniper. No, not Blowgill.
The one that 2 mana
has charge. It has charge. 2
Oh,
mana 2/1 with charge.
Really? I would compare it more to the 2 mana 2/1 that summons a 1/1.
No. The rush effect is really good.
Okay.
So it's almost like Spring Rocket, right? 3 mana 2/1 and deals 2 damage. Obviously, this thing can't go face, but it's also a mana less. And you get to keep a 1/1. So I feel like this card is actually really strong. Because if you look at 2-mana removal cards, there isn't that many that would deal 2 damage and leave a body at the end.
Okay.
Like, you have a bunch of class spells, like Demon Fire, 2-mana deal 2 or buff a demon. You have Flame Geyser that's going out, deals 2 damage, but you get an elemental in hand. None of those cards gives you as much tempo as this card. So it looks very innocent, but it gives you so much tempo in the early game.
I think this is going to be one of the top cards it's going to make my probably top 10 list of Rise of Shadow cards. I get the feeling like it's always the ones that you don't expect that do really good. Like, you look at the derpy picture, the Murloc's riding the freaking boar. He's all hanging on for his dear life. It looks all cartoonish.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's one of those things where it's like,
and if you look at the set, it's like there's not many cards that gives you initiative, and this gives you a much needed initiative.
Yeah.
Like Fire Plume Phoenix, 4-mana 3/3 deals 2 damage. It obviously can go face, but when does that matter that much? He could go back. He could bypass a taunt, but how often is that gonna matter?
Right.
And this is 2-mana less, and you have a 1/1 at the end. So
isn't there something going on with the Murlocs, or is that only for Shaman?
It's only for Shaman.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like this is one of those cards that nobody really looks at.
It's like one of those unsuspecting guys.
But
2-mana 2/1.
Yeah, but then it's gonna be a Fire Plume Phoenix kind of thing. Where like, oh god, I'm drafting this. I need this in my deck. So we'll see.
Number 7. Oh yes, Power of Creation. 8-mana, Mage epic card. Discover a 6-cost minion. Summon 2 copies of it. The fact that it's 8 mana and you get 2 6-cost minions means you're getting 12 mana worth of stuff
for 8 mana.
Yeah. The problem is you're not sure what you're getting.
Yeah.
The good thing is it's not random anymore. They give you a discover option.
Yeah.
So it could be 2 legendaries, right? It could be the same guy, right?
Yeah, it's the same guy.
It's the same guy. So it could be Hogger. Imagine getting double Hogger.
Yeah.
Then you get like a wall of 2/2 taunts.
Yeah.
Or if it's even it's only going to be cards in the current set
rotation.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be 2 Boulder Fist Ogres. I don't care. That's awesome on its own, right?
Yeah.
Or 2 Sunwalkers.
Yeah.
2 Sunwalkers.
Really good.
Game
That's
over.
One of the best hits.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like I'm not sure what. I didn't look up all the 6-mana cards in the current sets of the arena right now.
There's a lot of taunts. It seems like they released 2 6-mana taunts in this expansion alone.
I wasn't paying attention.
Like there's a 6-mana 4/7 taunt with spell damage.
Oh yeah, that
and
card,
then there is a 6-mana 4/5 taunt that has a death rattle of summoning a 0/5.
Oh,
so you get 2 of those.
Right. Oh my god, a wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like this.
If you get a taunt, I'm sorry. If you get a taunt, this card is nuts.
Okay.
But if you don't get a taunt,
if you get a Boulder Fist Ogre, is it a bust?
Boulder Fist Ogre is pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm thinking like this sounds great, but then I guess on turn 8 you need something to really hold down the board.
Yeah.
I wish it would be discover 2 6-cost minions.
2 different ones.
2 different ones. So it wouldn't be just like
yeah.
So you could kind of like hedge. Like the first card would be like.
Honestly, I think that would make this card more balanced. Yeah, like if you discover it twice.
Yeah, like the first time, like let's go for the taunt. I really need a taunt, and then the second one, like let's go for something crazy because I need something crazy.
Because you could high roll or low roll with this card.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
if you low roll, you feel pretty bad about it. And then if you high roll, you feel really good about it, but the other person feels really bad about it.
Yeah.
But if you discover twice, you're less likely.
You balance out.
Yeah.
Unless you high roll
much.
Unless you high roll twice.
Unless you high roll twice.
Then you're winning.
Good. You should have spent that luck on lottery, but yeah. I feel like on average this card is gonna give you 2 5/5, so I don't think it's actually that. Like Mage in this rotation has 3 5/5 minions at 6 mana. Like they have 3 of them, and for those who don't know, Discover cards has a bias over class cards, so you're more likely to have class cards show up. That's why Stonehill Defender, right? It always gives you like Tarum.
Oh, right.
And Tyrion.
Yeah.
For Mage, at 6 mana, you get a bunch of 5/5s, and they don't do anything. They're just 5/5s. So you can be like, oh, well, 8 mana, you summon 2 5/5. That's still 10/10 worth of stats. It's pretty good. but it has no initiative at 8 mana. So, and 2/5/5s is probably a lot worse than Violet Worm. So,
Yeah, well, Violet Worm.
yeah. How good is this card really? Right?
Depends how lucky you get.
It depends.
It just
how
looks
lucky
fun.
you
Like I just want to try it to see what. Hold on, one more thing.
Yeah.
Dude, I know it's your birthday, but you just busted my bubble, man. I thought this thing was gonna be so awesome. I'm like, this looks so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna draft it. I still want to play
Draft.
with it.
Yeah.
And just see what happens.
It should be a good card, but
Until it gives
how
me,
good is it? We'll see, right?
until it gives me bullshit every time. And I'm like, fuck this card. I'm against it.
Okay, so number 7, I have another card that it looks kind of underwhelming, right? It's
No.
a 6 mana 6/4 with a Death Rattle summons 4/1/1s.
Eccentric Scribe. He's describing neutral minion.
Yeah, and and the 4/1/1s has no additional effect. They're
You
just 1/1s.
Okay.
The cards people have compared this to is Savannah Highmane.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Savannah Highmane's a 6/5, but you get the same Death Rattle basically. A card I like to compare this to is Piloted Sky Golem. It's a GVG card. It's an old card. It's a mech. It's also 6 mana 6/4, and you get a random 4-drop. Now a random 4-drop is probably worse than 4/1/1s. So this card is probably better than that one. But I don't think you should compare this to Highmane, because Highmane is a Hunter card with a Beast tag, and the Beast tag is very relevant in Hunter.
Right.
But this doesn't have that Beast synergy, obviously.
And Jaime summons 2 more beasts too. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 more Beasts, and so it's definitely not Highmane quality of good. But if you're like, you're ahead, kind of. Right, you go on your turn 6 and you drop this, your opponent's just gonna scratch their heads, right? Like they probably don't have a minion that could trade into your 6/4, and then they might have a board clear, like a Fellfire Potion, Dragonfire Potion. And you still has 4/1/1s, and then next turn you play a Stormwind Champion. GG, like fuck. use two mild cards to kick their
Win
ass.
the game.
Yeah. So yeah, I get. Go ahead.
This card didn't make my list, spoiler, because I kind of get the feeling that it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Like, it's 6 mana, basically, for 10/8 worth of stats.
Yeah.
In effect, it's like a Violet Worm,
Yeah.
Junior Violet Worm, right?
It's a junior Violet Worm.
It's like a cheaper, weaker Violet Worm.
Yeah.
And to me, Violet Worm, in the beginning, I misjudged Violet Worm. I didn't think it was that impressive till you changed my mind on it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, this is like a Violet Worm. When I look at this, like, this is a Violet Worm, before he took all those steroids.
Yeah. This is I don't think this card's gonna be good in a controlled kind of deck, but in classes like Rogue, a Paladin, who are kind of try to win with the board, right? And then so they're ahead, and they go into turn 6 with this. It's just such a good finisher. So I think this would be a pretty good card, but how good is it gonna be?
I think it's going to be great.
We have to stay.
It's probably going to make my top 10 list. All right, here, my turn. Walking Fountain, previously on Tachi's list. 8 mana for a Shaman Elemental. I think we talked about this card in the last show.
Yeah.
Lifesteal Rush Wind Fury.
Jesus Christ.
It has a ton of text, and it does like everything you want it to do. If you're losing and you drop this thing, you basically stabilize, I think.
The funny thing is, right, is Shaman has a legendary.
What?
Has a legendary element.
Akar or something?
Alakir.
Alakir, yeah.
It's a 3/5, and it...
Divine Shield, Wind Fury.
The Wind Fury.
Taunt. Right.
Charge.
Right.
But it doesn't have lifesteal.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, lifesteal is better than Taunt, I would say, because you heal for 8.
Right. Yeah, the Taunt's kind of irrelevant. You're just bashing everything. I guess if you survive, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is very interesting. Like, would you drop this on an empty board?
It depends if I have other cards that I want to play, right?
Okay.
But if I'm just like top decking in, yeah.
Well, you drop anything.
You drop anything, yeah.
Would you drop this if his board was empty and it's your turn 8, your board is empty, and you could play something else, like 2 other weaker minions, or would you drop this?
I probably wouldn't play this because...
You want that rush effect.
Because you had that 9/9. No, I meant a 9/9.
Oh, right! He'll crush this guy!
He'll just crush this guy.
I forgot about that.
So you probably don't want to trap this. knowing that a lot of people will draft the 9-9.
Yeah. So you think that 9-9 is gonna be on the turn 9, like warning? Put a post-it note on your screen.
Yeah,
Turn 9.
I
Watch
think,
out for that guy.
I think in the beginning of the meta, a lot of players are gonna try to draft that 9-9, and then they realize it's too slow, and then they stop drafting it. So this card's not gonna be that good in the beginning.
Oh. Okay.
Right, but after a while, when people realize, oh, that 9-9 is kind of a little bit too slow at that point.
Right, because he kind of keeps this guy oppressed, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like the yin and the yang. I see. So if the 9-9's in the meta, this guy cannot survive.
But this card has so much synergy with it too, because it's an elemental, right?
Yeah,
the Earth and Might Shaman card that's still in. It buffs, it gives any card +2/+2, and if it's an elemental, you get a random elemental back.
Yeah, that's a little OP. Shaman seems to be on the Murloc elemental train. Yeah.
There's a lot of going things.
Shaman's gonna be great. Make Shaman great again.
I definitely want to play Shaman, man.
Yeah. Do you think people will complain when Shaman hits number 1?
I don't think Shaman will ever hit number 1.
You want to make a wager? I'll do that off air.
We'll do that off air. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Mysterious Blade. It's a Paladin card. 2 mana, 2/2 weapon. Battlecry. If you control a secret, gain +1 attack. So,
if you control 2 secrets, you get +2 attack.
First of all, it doesn't matter what class you are. If there's a 2 mana weapon that deals 2 damage, it's a very good card already.
Okay.
And if it gains +1 attack, it means it could probably kill.
Oh my god! It's Fiery War
Axe, the original Fiery War Axe.
Yeah.
And if you do have a secret, and it looks like they're trying to force secrets on Paladin. Now, before this meta, we have, I think on average, I get like maybe 1 secret per deck. So it's not that often.
No, but it comes up like what, 3 times, you think, at least?
Yeah, but there's a lot of bad. But this time, this rotation, we get Avenge back, which is a really good secret.
It's decent, yes.
We get some.
Do you get that one where everything gets +1/+1?
Competitive Spirit?
Yeah, is that bad?
No,
that was decent.
No, that's in TGT.
Grand Fury? Oh, no. The
Grand Tournament.
Yeah.
That's not going to be in it.
Oh, damn it.
But so most of the time, I would say this is just a 2 mana weapon that has 2 attack. But if it has 3 attack, because you have to look at it, right? Unidentified Maul's going out. The 1 mana that deals 5 damage to yourself, that thing's gone. So the only early game weapon for Paladin right now is Life's Justice and Swords of Justice, which are all pretty good cards. But this just kind of fills that void in between. So I have high hopes for this card, right?
Yeah,
and it's not like you on turn 2 you probably don't even equip this. You probably just hero power. So you could definitely hold this card till you get a secret, and then it's just a War Axe.
Mm-hmm.
War Axe is always good, right? It doesn't matter if you played it on turn 2 or you played it on turn 4. So
yeah. Are there a lot of X2s? Seems like a fairly amount. I don't know. This meta's. I don't know what the meta is. It's hard to really talk about the meta. Whereas like 3/4s were just dominating back in the previous.
Yeah,
meta.
There's not that many 3/4s, so there's gonna be a bunch of.
We're not sure. Don't put the. Oh, yes, my combo. Thanks for stealing my thunder. My number 5, we got Crystal Stag and Crystal Song Portal. Originally, I was putting Crystal Stag as my number 10 card because I'm like, this is 5 mana. I'll read the card first. 5 mana, 4/4 Beast. Rush, Battle Cry. If you restored 5 health this game, summon a copy of this. Yeah. So it doesn't mean heal 5 to your hero. You could restore 5 to any minion or a bunch of minions over time, right? Yeah. So if you get this on turn 5 with that effect, you get 5 mana for 2 4/4 rushes, which is like game winning, I think.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, so this was originally my number 10, and then I was thinking, wait a second, if this thing goes off, I win the game basically. So I gotta put this up higher. And even a 5 mana 4/4 rush, it's a little bit underwhelming, but it's not the worst thing ever, I don't think.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing.
Like you could.
It's like Druid of the Claw, which could be a 4/6 taunt or a 4/4 charge.
Right.
So you often use a charge to go phase, but
to finish the game, yeah.
But this on like if you just have to kill that one thing, you can.
Yeah, ideally
Kill.
you want to kill like a 3/3 and still hang around to cause issues for him on the next turn.
Yeah, like a 3/4.
Yeah. So I thought this card's really good. It's a beast. I'm not sure if there's going to be any beast synergies. Druid seems to have a subtle relationship with beasts. It comes and it goes, but
there is some beef synergies like Mark of Yasiraj. There's another 5 mana card. It's a 4/5 and it gives the beast +2/+2.
Right. My question is there a hand buff? So it says summon a copy of this. So if I buff this in my hand, is it gonna go off?
It's gonna go off. It's gonna be a copy of this.
Wow.
But I don't think Druid has any hand buffs.
No, not maybe next expansion.
Yeah.
And then my other Druid card was Crystal Song Portal. When I first saw this, they're both epic, by the way. Crystal Song Portal, 2 mana, discover a Druid minion. If your hand has no minions, keep all 3.
Yeah.
So this to me seems almost like the mech card for
Omega Assembly.
Omega Assembly, where it's like, except
You don't have to wait till turn 10.
I don't have to wait till turn 10. As long as I blow my hand and I have no more minions, this card is like draw 3 minions.
Yeah.
Oh, Druid minions. Sorry, draw 3 Druid minions.
Yeah, and Druid minions are
usually
pretty damn good.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like even at worst, 2 mana discover a Druid minion. It finds the minion that you need.
Yeah.
At that time, right?
I think it's going to be good because if you look at the late game of Druid in this expansion, you can draft Druid in a specific way where you don't draft late game Druid minions because Druid got the Forest Aid this expansion, which is the 8 mana and it summons 7 2/2s.
Oh, the
It summons a shit ton of 2/2s.
Not the Echo card, the
Twin Spell
Twin
card.
Spell, yes, that's right.
And see, that's not a minion, right? So, and that's your late game.
Right.
So it's like you could kind of just draft a deck without late game minions for Druid, and then you have this card for refuel. So it's like turn 7, you're kind of out of minions. You play this, you draw 3 cards, 3 Druid minions.
3 Druid minions. And hey, as long as one of them is Tartarian Forager, I'm winning.
That card's out. That's
no.
But there's a lot of good Druid.
Well, even the 8/8 taunt, the tree, that's pretty scary too.
Yeah,
sometimes.
you can get the tree, you can get Ancient Wars. There's a lot of good Druid minions.
Yeah. Like, to me,
I don't even know if there's any bad Druid minions. I can't think of anything on the top of my head. I don't think there's any bad Druid minions. Like, Druid always had, like, a solid...
They were decent, yeah. They weren't, like, terrible, but they weren't...
bad.
Like, they weren't OP. Bad. They weren't OP either, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, they were always in the middle of the range. And usually they would have a choose option.
Yeah.
Like
which is more flexible.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
No, the 7 mana 5/5 or something that used to gain.
Yeah, Ancient War.
Yeah, he used to be good and then they nerfed him. Oh, my thing is, my side note is, I got a feeling Druid's gonna make its way back up to ladder, or make it back up on the list and be great again in this expansion. You know, it's coming, folks. Just be prepared for it.
That's wishful thinking.
Huh?
That's wishful thinking.
Dude, there's some cards I excluded. Like when I was looking at my Druid list, I'm like, this is good. This is good. I can see this all working. God. You just wait and see. You guys wait and see when
how'd you draft Druid?
Me?
Yeah, in this new expansion.
I think there's tokens available because they have the twin spell. They have the twin spell that gives everything +1/+1.
Okay.
That's what I'm really feeling. And then they have dump a bunch of tokens.
Yeah. Overall, for me, it looks kind of boring, Druid still. So I probably won't be.
Yeah, whatever. We'll see. You go with your shaman.
You play with you
just take the shaman.
You play with your Druid. I'll play with my shaman.
Oh, funny thing. You know those emails we got?
Yeah.
From Blizzard when they tell you your monthly stats or something like that. I forwarded mine to Tachi because I had somehow an 85% win rate with Druid in the arena. Which is like
absurd. Did you only play 1 Druid and you got 12?
I don't know.
I think that's what happened, man.
I don't know. It's just funny when I looked at that. I'm like, well, I guess the stats don't always make sense.
I didn't tell you my stats, but my stats was I played Mage and I beat Shaman 100% of the time.
So if you're a Shaman, hope you don't run into a Mage.
Well, I think the thing is last month I played a lot of Shamans, so I know exactly what to play around. Oh. So then
You just crushing me.
I just crushed them.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You're number 5. Okay.
Unleash the Beast. It's a hunter spell. It's a twin spell, so you could play it again. Probably the turn after, or I don't know. Whenever you want to play it again. Summon a 5/5 Wyvern with Rush. I forgot if the Wyvern's a dragon or not. I don't know.
No, it's a bird. I think it's a beast.
You think it's a beast? Okay.
It says Unleash the Beast.
It looks... Okay, yeah, it's probably not a dragon if it says...
Unleash the Dragon.
Unleash the Dragon.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, 6 mana deal 5. It's probably going to survive, too. Because there seems to be a lot of taunts around 5 to 6 mana. And so you could probably kill something with this. You can still keep it on the board.
Right.
And then you can cast it again at some point. So overall, this just pushes a lot of the mid-range hunter kind of. You know, you have the board already, and this is kind of like an Amani Warbear effect, but it's on 6 mana, and you can play it again the turn after.
Right.
And it just keeps the pressure on. So I feel like for hunter, you probably want to play a mid-range kind of style, because this is not the only card that hunter got. Hunter also have this other card. It's a 4 mana called Mark Shot. It deals 4 damage.
Yeah.
And you can discover a spell. So once again, these cards are kind of like, it controls their board while their early game minions keep hitting you in the face. So
a side note on Mark's Shot, it didn't make my list because I kind of feeling it's going to be a really good card. Like, it's not something I'm excited to play with because I know it's going to be great.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, it's discover a hunter spell. Like,
yeah.
And usually something like that, it's like kill a taunt, push in with the rest of your team, and then have like a finisher.
Yeah.
Like a not Power of the Wild.
Call of the Wild.
No, Wild Strike. What's it called?
Call of the Wild.
Call of the Wild, which is deal 5 damage, right?
So for people who don't know, who just joined in, we're talking about our top 10 anticipated cards, which doesn't necessarily mean they're the strongest cards.
That's a different list.
But we're excited to play these cards.
Just to see what happens.
Just to see what happens.
Yeah. Number 4. Mad Summoner. 6 mana, 4/4. Battle Cry. Fill each player's board with 1/1 imps.
What?
I'm not sure if this card is gonna be great or is it gonna be awful. Like, I'm giving you 1/1s, I'm getting 1/1s. Our boards are gonna be filled up. Like, I don't know what this is doing. I just feel like I don't know, man. Like, if I'm behind, do I just drop this because you're only gonna get 1/1/1? And like, I don't know what to do with this guy. He seems really good or scary. I'm not sure. And if I have some druid, mark everybody gets +1/+1. My 1/1s are bigger than, or my 2/2s are bigger than your 1/1s now. So I'm winning. I don't know what's going on here. Why are you laughing so much? Explain.
I don't know. On paper, this card just looks so bad because you're giving your opponent a bunch of 1/1s.
Right.
And
I'm not gonna play it on an empty board. Come on, let's not get crazy here.
So in an ideal scenario, they have their full board of 1/1s already, and then you play this card, and now you have a bunch of 1/1s.
Right. I don't know.
Dude.
I don't know. This is why it's so high on my list because I'm so like scratching my head. Like, is this good or is this awful? I'm not sure. Are imps cool?
Like, I can't see a world where this card is cool.
It's neutral, right?
There's gonna be a world where you have that new Warlock card that deals 3 damage,
Hey,
1 damage to your opponents,
and all your guys get +1/+1,
and all your demons get +1 attack
and rush.
No, it's just +1
Oh,
attack.
yeah?
So on turn 9,
God.
you can kind of play it.
So this would be great for Warlock. Would any other class take it? That's the question we gotta ask.
This feels like one of those cards where
It's a trap?
It's a trap.
Oh, really?
But
I fell for it?
You fell for the trap, man.
Wait till I win with it.
Wait till you win with it. This is my number 4.
Oh.
I just feel like this card's totally busted, man.
Wait. Conjurer's Calling. Twin spell. Destroy a minion. Summon 2 minions of the same cost to replace it. So you can destroy your opponent's minion or your own
Or
minion.
your own minion.
I don't know, man.
I'm pretty excited to play this card because I see this card's resemblance with Carnivorous Cube the most.
To me, this looks a lot like the druid card. Kill it and let him draw 2 cards.
Naturalize? Yeah,
Except he's getting 2 minions.
2 minions on the board, which is pretty bad.
Would you use this on your opponent's minion?
Maybe you have to get through a taunt, but
You might get 2 taunts.
you might get 2 taunts instead, and then you're kind of boned.
Yeah.
But if it's like a situation where like, okay, I have to get through this taunt, then you just roll the dice.
That's the
right?
only time you'd use it.
Yeah, that would be the only time I use it.
Okay.
But most of the time, it should be on my own minions.
Okay.
Fuck, man. Like I can just imagine using this on Big Time Racketeer. Okay, like
you just
put it on a 1/1, and then turn 7. I play this for 3 mana, and I get 2 6-drops. Of course, I could get 2 1/1s again, but
well, then you twin spell it again.
but then I could twin spell the 1/1 so I can get a bigger minion. So I feel like this card is just much stronger than
It's a mage card,
the
right?
card you had, Power of Creation, because that card's an 8 mana card.
Right.
And it's so inflexible. But this, you could play it in your first 6 turns, right? You let's say you had a water elemental, okay?
Yeah.
And then you damaged it,
Right.
and it became a 3/1.
Right.
And now you can just
Trade up or reset it.
Just kill the water elemental, and then instead of a 3/1, you get 2 random 4-drops.
Okay.
And that's
So
good.
the term you use is random, which is always the thing that I thought you pro players try and avoid. The random factor.
But it's just the effect is just so good and it has twin spell, so it's like if it's bad once, you could reroll again.
Would you wait for turn 6 so you can cast this twice, or would you just do it when you need it?
I think a lot of the time, the earliest time you can play it is probably around turn 5.
Okay.
Or so. So I can see, because I know there's a lot of good 5 health minions, 5 mana minions. Like the only bad one is Bomb Squad. Like that's really
that's
bad.
gonna be really bad. Yeah.
So this is probably a turn 6 play. You want to cast it on a 5 mana card. But it's going to be really good if you cast it on a 5 mana card and you're winning. You can cast this on the Bomb Squad, right? Like
you take 5 though, right?
No, you take 5, but who really cares about 5 damage?
You say that till you're playing a hunter.
Yeah, I would care if I'm playing against. But if you play this on Bomb Squad, Jesus Christ, the stats you're getting back. I guess you could also get 2 more Bomb Squad.
Oh my god. Then you lose. Then you just lose. Then do you play it again?
This is probably... take more damage.
Hey man, we're in the hole now.
4 Bomb Squads.
Let's just keep gambling. What could possibly go wrong? Tachi the gambler here.
I think this should have been my number 1 card. For anticipated. I'm so anticipated to see where this is going to go.
Tachi the pro gambler.
Alright.
Oh, wow. Okay. Number 3. Proud Defender. 4 mana, 2/6 neutral taunt. Has +2 attack while you have no other minions.
Wait, let's look at the art first. Is it a dude?
It's a fucking Autobot. It's an Autobot, isn't it?
It looks like the guy has horns and a beard, I think. So I guess it's a
What, dude?
a dude. I guess it's
Usually.
an old dude.
It's an old dude.
But
looks
you-
like a transformer. Looks like a bumblebee.
But you look at his legs, right? You're like, what is that position,
How come
man?
his legs are so skinny?
No, how's it so thick?
His legs?
That's some thick size he's got there, man.
He's been squatting, bro. Squatting.
Alright, let's talk about the card.
Yeah. 4 mana, 2/6 taunt. Has +2 attack while you have no other minions. So on turn 4, if you just drop this, it's a 4/6. It kind of has the Tar Creeper effect, which is what I like. Minus the fact that it's always there if it's an empty board. Alright?
Yeah.
It's not like Tar Creeper. It's a 3 power on his turn and 1 on my turn, so it can't really do anything. So this guy's always going to be a 4/6. So if you don't bump into him, he's going to hit you, and then I'm going to drop more minions. And he's still an X2 taunt.
Yeah. You could also trade first with your other minions. So then this thing has 4 attack.
Right.
And then you play another minion.
Right. So for me, this is like the Tar Creeper. On turn 3, the Tar Creeper would gum up the game and hold it to a halt, basically, the aggro decks.
Yeah.
I kind of get the feeling this guy does the same thing, but it's a turn later, but then you can control...
When it becomes a 4.
Yeah, when he becomes a 4. It's like, well, technically you can control the Tar Creeper, but it's not like really controlling it. It's a 1 on,
Yeah.
it's a 1 on your turn, so the best you can do is bump into something, and it's a 3.
I don't really know how good this is. I don't think it's going to be good for me. Because I like to be on the board. Like, I usually play... Like, my 4 mana taunt is supposed to protect my 3 mana and below cards. So it's like... I probably would I want to have a minion on board. I don't want this just to be on alone.
I thought would this be okay if you're going second though?
Yeah, but it's like, when do you play it? Do you coin it out on 3?
Depends what he plays, right? If he has a 3/4, you'll coin this out on turn 3 and slapping that thing around.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know how to evaluate this card.
I think it's going to be great. It's high on my list because I'm just like, this seems like a 4
I like the
4,
fact that they're releasing these kind of cards because you kind of have to think about it. People are probably going to misplay it, and it's probably going to be kind of deck dependent. I think it'll be pretty strong in control decks. But in mid-range and slightly faster mid-range decks, I don't think it has a place. So
okay,
it's going to be interesting. That's an interesting card you got here.
Oh, wow.
Number 3, I have Omega Defender. I think we'll talk about it later. We all know it's going to be good. So let's
Wait, I thought you were hating on this one. Oh, no, you weren't as happy about it as...
I didn't think it was like the strongest card.
Okay.
That's all I care about.
All right. This is my number 2 combo. I'm all in the combos. Like, I was looking at this, like, this is, like, I didn't know which one to pick, so let's pick them all. We have Reform's Scheme, 3 mana, Warlock card, summon 1/1/1 aim, upgrade each turn. And then we have Darkest Hour, 6 mana, destroy all friendly minions. For each one, summon a random minion from your deck. I'm thinking, holy shit, on turn 9,
What the fuck?
do I just lose the game because my whole deck comes out, or do I win?
Yeah, I mean, on turn 9, you have both of these. Oh my god.
You're
dude.
drawing 9 minions coming on the board.
But you're kind of milling your deck right here. You should probably draw 7 cards with this.
I don't care, man. Dude, I'm gonna win or lose on this turn.
On the spot.
Yeah.
Turn 9. On the spot.
If you have a board wipe, alright, you win, bro. But if you don't, you're dead.
This is good. This is good, man. Somebody's gonna do this.
That's my only goal.
It's gonna be a fucking highlight. And
yeah, I can't wait to do it. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play Warlock till I get this combo.
This is one of the greatest.
Did anyone talk about this combo?
I don't think anybody talked about this combo. It's funny, dude. It's so
Did you notice about it?
Oh god.
Was I the only one that figured this out?
I just thought Doctor's Hour was gonna be a bad card because you're probably gonna draft like, small minions, but it's probably still better than fucking 1/1s, right?
Yeah, or even if you get the imp that makes it full of
You know what? I want to try this out too. I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna draft the first Darkest Hour I see, and we're gonna draft all the fucking token cards.
See what happens.
And then dump it all turn 6, dude. See what happens.
Yeah. Hey, if this becomes a thing, I'm copywriting it right now, guys. You see this? It's gonna be.
It's a good thing you found this out.
It's a good thing I found this out. I'm gonna put it on Reddit right now. Let me just.
Okay.
Oh, whoa! You're talking about combos. Oh, it's just 2 cards.
These are not combos.
Oh, okay.
These are just the strongest cards I've seen. It's gonna be a sad time. Let's put it that, man. 4 mana, 4/7 priest card with an irrelevant death rattle. Like, that's just disgusting, dude. And then Forbidden Words is just pretty much a better Shadow Word Paint.
Right.
It's just a shadow. It's probably a better Shadow Word.
It's a Shadow Word period.
It's a Shadow Word period. It's a pain and it's death. It's Shadow Word suffering is what this card does. Like, and the 4 mana 4/7, dude. Like, I don't know if you remember, but we were getting Cabal Talon Priest back. You know, the 3 mana 3/4 that Battlecry gives another.
Oh, right.
More and
more power or more toughness.
We haven't really talked about this, but I checked the meta, and none of the cards has poisonous on it.
What?
There's only like one classic card, Emperor Cobra.
Oh, that sucks though.
That has poison on it. So this card's just gonna fucking destroy everything on turn 4, man. Like you gotta have something that has more than 4 attack on turn 4, and you're probably just not gonna get it.
Proud Defender.
Yeah, and this card could probably just trade into Proud Defender and still live, right? Because you could heal this with priest.
Yeah, the priesty bastard. I actually considered this card, but I like the other one more because it's more interesting. You know what? We might not have Death Rattle, but we have Destroy a Random Minion. So look out.
Yeah, these are not fun cards, really. Or like I just don't know, man. Like, with the rotating set coming in, Priest...
I know Forbidden Words seems great. Like, you know... Yeah. But the only issue is you gotta plan out your mana properly. You don't want to blow your 9 mana. Oh shit, 9 mana to kill 9/9. Damn.
Yeah, you can spend 9 mana to kill 9/9. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a waste.
So I think with the cards that's coming in with Priest and these cards adding into Priest is gonna be nuts. So
you guys are still on that Priest train.
We're anticipating that Priest is gonna be
Druid number 1.
Broken.
Guys, don't complain when it is. All right, here's my number 1 card. Omega Devastator. 4 mana, 4/5 warrior mech. Battle cry. If you have 10 mana crystals, deal 10 damage to a minion. Everyone was going wild with this because I was thinking like, damn, it's a 4/5 and it deals 10 damage on turn 10.
Yeah.
If I have 2 of these, I win, right? But you seem to be trying to pull everyone down and calm everyone down.
I don't think it's that good of a card.
You don't think it's that good?
I don't think it's that good of a card.
Why not?
Just because the stats makes it so that people do want to play this card before turn 10.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, people, we arena players, we love Chillwind Yeti, right? It's a 4 mana 4/5. That's it. It's a 4 mana 4/5. But in Warrior, which doesn't really have that many buffs, 4 mana 4/5s, it's not that good for Warrior, okay? Like if this was like a Paladin card or something, this would have been just off the fucking charts. But so a lot of people are gonna play this on like, you know, before turn 10, and then it's just if you only have this to deal 10 damage, the stats doesn't really matter too much.
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna kill something on turn 10, right?
Yeah, it's gonna kill something on turn 10,
dude. It'll kill Burly Charge Fist.
Yeah, sure. But the thing with Warrior is Warrior can't play the control game in the upcoming meta. They can't hold till turn 10 to play this card. So if they can't do that, this card is not going to be that good.
So it's going to be a 4 mana 4/5.
It's going to be a 4 mana 4/5. And I'm like, okay, yeah, 4 mana. It's Chillwind Yeti. That's an average card. It's an average card.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I'm not too high on this card. Different meta is gonna be crazy. Like if Boom stays back with Omega Assembly, you get this from Omega Assembly. You get 3 of these from Omega Assembly. You're drooling, dude. But in a meta where warriors can't play control, they have to play this tempo game. This Devastator is gonna be a 4 mana 4/5. So I don't have that much of a high hope for this card.
It was your number 3, though.
It was my number 3
because you just want to try it.
Yeah, but I don't know why I think I did my list first because I thought it was just gonna be the strongest cards. So then I just put my top 3 strongest cards.
Oh, okay.
But then I realized, oh wait, it's supposed to be anticipated.
Yeah.
So I probably wouldn't have added Omega Devastator in my list if I knew I was adding that. So
professionalism at its finest here at the Player Pro.
But what do I have as number 1?
Good question. Oh
yeah,
dude.
Strongest cards.
That was my number 1 too. And then I changed it because this is just gonna be broken. I know it's gonna be good.
I don't think anybody's gonna argue that this card isn't good. So it's like, how good is it? Is it better than a Vilespine?
There's only 2 options, or is there 3? Because I only saw 2.
There's 4 options.
There's 4?
So the first option is you summon a Patient Assassin, which is a 2 mana 1/1.
Poisonous.
Stealth.
Yeah.
It's give 2 coins. A Seance effect, which copies a minion it kills, and then the last one is
deal 2 damage to the other guys on the side.
Deal 2 damage on the side.
No, not 2 damage. It's
deal the destroyed minion's attack to it's like a betrayal effect. It's like a betrayal effect. So obviously the betrayal effect is like a meteor effect.
Right.
It's better than meteor. So it's just straight up better than meteor.
Right.
Because you only want to kill a big minion with this, and the big minion is for sure gonna deal more than 3 damage to kill the thing on the side.
Is it one of those cards where you don't know the bonus effect till you draw it, right?
Yeah, you don't till you draw it, yeah. I mean, obviously the 2 coins kind of sucks, but that's the worst one. So.
Well, worst case scenario, someone mentioned, Boozer mentioned, hey, it's a 6-mana assassinate, but then you get 2 coins back, so it's a 4-mana assassinate.
Yeah.
Just take the 2 coins and go to the bank.
I think hard removal is a staple in Rogue. So it's like Rogue has this opportunity where you don't have to draft that many late game cards. You just draft hard removal. Mm-hmm. So it's like if they play a big thing, you can just remove it.
I thought it was good too, but the question is, how good is it gonna be?
How good is it gonna be?
Yeah, that's my real question. Is it going to be number 1 on our top 10 cards of Rise of Shadows?
I think it's my strongest card.
I don't know. Are they going to put any bias to the random bonus effect?
I don't see a stronger card than this card in Rise of Shadows.
Wait till they put it like a maybe. Did you ever notice with unidentified maul? It would never give me the 2/2s. It'd always give me +1 attack. Sometimes I'm like, damn it, I don't want a +1 attack on it.
Unidentified maul.
I always wanted the 2/1/1. That's what I always wanted from it.
The thing with all the other unidentified cards is there's some really bad effects. Like
exactly.
The Maul gives it taunt, which is fucking useless. I've never gotten any benefit with the taunt. And then
the Divine Shield is real good.
The Divine Shield is game winning.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the betrayal effect.
The +1 attack is meh.
+1 attack is usually kind of meh.
I always wanted the 1/1s because I knew that was fair and that
on turn
decent.
3, the 2/1/1s are good, but in late game the 2/1/1s are not that good.
Yeah, I guess that's the problem with the unidentified contracts, right? So maybe if they put a hedge on this to give you 2 coins, people will be like, "Fuck this."
Yeah, I don't think 2 coins is bad though, because you could use a coin to combo.
The combo, right?
Like you're gonna have your kidnapper still in arena, and then you could just kidnap the next thing.
Right, Temple and Note.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the. I had it as my number 1, but I was like, I'm not sure what this is. Like, I know it's gonna be good, not something I'm like, I can't wait to play with it to see how good it is, because it is good.
It's probably not Valspine good. It's definitely not Valspine good, but that's because Valspine Slayer was a broken card.
Well, no, you have to combo, bro. You still have to play it.
Yeah, it's a broken card. Okay, for 5 mana, you get a 3/4. So it's
no. You have to 6 mana.
Yeah, but the card itself costs 5 mana. Yeah, sure, you have to combo.
You wouldn't ever play it plain on the board. You'd always have to combo it, right?
We have played a 5 mana 3/4 before.
Just playing on the board.
You just need to have something on the board.
Oh, that seems so sad.
But yeah, like for 2 mana more, you get to destroy a card. That's stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, this card's I don't know. People talk down on Assassinate, but I personally think Assassinate is a good card.
Okay.
And so this is just a better Assassinate.
Right.
So.
Okay. So it's better than Assassinate, not as good as Valspine.
In 90% of the scenario, I would say this card is better than Assassinate.
Better than Assassinate. Not as good as Valspine.
Not as good as Valspine.
Okay.
And you probably will still want the Sap. Because Sap is 2 mana. But we're going to have to test it out. Rogue kind of is also a class where...
Rogue's going to be fine. Don't you worry about Rogue.
You got to find out the meta first. And then you decide which removals are the best. Because I know in the last couple months, Cheap Shot wasn't that good for me. So I've been taking Assassinate over Cheap Shot. Mm-hmm. And they're both good cards. It just depends on the meta, right? So then, is this card going to be better than Sap? We'll have to see, right?
Right. Definitely a good card. So just have to see how it
kind of wraps up our talk on the Rise of Shadows.
Did you have any honorable mentions, or anybody have any honorable mentions that we didn't talk about, or things that you thought were good that didn't make the list?
Let's see over here. So
you gotta change the screens.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's see what we have. We'll go to the screen so I can actually see it. No, the other one, yes. Oh, you know who I wanted to put? I forgot. Heroic Innkeeper.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm not with all these 1/1 taunt or 1/1 little derps. Does this guy become a 10/10 taunt? The fact that he has taunt.
But you gotta have 5 minions.
Okay, whatever. An 8/8 taunt.
Oh wait,
no, dude.
3 minions.
3 minions
to become a 10/10.
That's not that hard, especially with the 1/1s, because people tend to ignore 1/1s, right?
Yeah, it's something that's really good if you're ahead. So I'll probably try to draft it because it's kind of like a bone mare. It's slightly like a bone mare.
Yeah, even if you have
worse than bone mare, but
so at 2 minions you break even, right?
Yeah.
So if you have 2 other minions, it's an 8/8 taunt.
Yeah. So 3 minions is a 10/10. That's pretty nuts.
The Larian Crusader was on my honorable mentions too, because I was thinking like a 5/4 Divine Shield might be pretty dominant in this meta.
Yeah, if it's gonna be dominated by priests and they can't deal the 1 damage, then the Divine Shield is gonna be pretty huge.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like a big Divine Shield.
A lot of
guy.
people talk down on this card, Flight Master.
Well, he's giving him a 2/2, and he gets to use it first.
Yeah, but you get a 2/2 too.
Right.
And if you went first and you have a 2/3, then the 2/2 is useless. It kills your 2/2.
Right. Okay.
Or if you have a 2/3, you just kind of kill the 2/2 first, and then you have a 2/1 and a 2/2.
Right.
Like
okay.
if you have a way to kill their 2/2 efficiently, and then
charging.
Then this card is a 3 mana 5/6. That's insane, dude. So if you have like, and I have a feeling that 2-drops are gonna be back.
Well, yeah.
So this card with the 2-drop meta, it's gonna be quite good. It's kind of like a win more card.
Okay. Faceless Rager was actually on my consideration list.
Yeah, I think this card is gonna be good
if you have a good 2-drop.
But I think one thing to keep in mind is that it's situational, right? Like,
actually, even if you play it later, it could be a 5/8.
It could be huge, but it's later, so.
Oh, so it's not a turn 3.
It's not a turn 3 play, right?
Okay.
So I don't know. Ideally, you have like a 4 health minion on turn 2. I don't know.
Isn't there like an 0/5 dude or something like that? 2 mana 0/5. I was thinking like, damn.
With spell damage.
Yeah, I was thinking like, damn, we're going off the rails.
I thought this card was a joke.
Mega Wind
Fury.
I'm like, what has Wind Fury, first of all?
It's weird they introduced this, because Mega Wind Fury was never introduced for like a few years now. Like the last Mega Wind Fury was a GVG card.
Was it a legendary dude?
Yeah, you need to have like 4 mechs to get this Mega Wind Fury shit. So
Mega Wind Fury was something they've always been, and the fact that guy doesn't even have Wind Fury.
That guy doesn't even have Wind Fury. So it's like,
what is this?
I feel like they should have released this like right after GVG, and then they just kept
waiting.
It's like, oh, we have better cards, and now they're finally running out of ideas. They're like, oh, let's put this back in.
You know what that reminds me of a little bit? In Magic the Gathering, they have this effect called Double Strike, which is when a creature deals damage twice. So it hits the guy once, then it hits him again.
Yeah.
Like it does first strike damage, so it attacks first, and then it does regular damage. And when it first came out, they were very scared of this being totally broken. And so if they just pump this guy, he's going to do like 20 in one turn and you're losing the game.
Oh, shit.
But now they seem to be okay with it. Because before it used to be like very understated. Like 6 mana would get you a 3/3 double strike.
Uh-huh.
So it's not that really impressive.
Yeah.
But now they're okay with being 6 mana giving you like a 5/5 double strike.
That's insane, dude.
Well, the fact that it's kind of lowered in power level and people aren't that scared of it, and in Magic you just remove things, and it's a bit different. But the fact that I think that's what they're doing with Mega Wind Fury. They're afraid of it. The guy just drops that Mega Wind Fury card and you lose the game because the guy does like 20 damage.
What do you think about this card, Soldier of Fortune?
I don't like giving my opponent coins, so deals off, unless I'm really desperate and I need to stabilize the board.
We didn't talk about legendaries, but I really like Barista. Add a copy of each of your other Battlecry minions to your hand.
Oh, you're just doubling up on cards, right? What could possibly go wrong?
Like, I would say you probably could draw 2 cards on average with this.
Yeah.
And that's really good because it's just 1 mana more than a Yeti.
Yeah. Big Bad Archmage was kind of interesting. I was thinking, But then I did I picked the Mage card, 8 mana, get 2 random 6.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a good card.
Really?
This is going to be a good card.
No.
Because it wins you the game if they can't remove it.
Unless it keeps drawing you junk, right? I mean, summoning junk.
I mean, only the 1/1 is a junk, right? Like,
yeah.
There's so many 6 mana cards in the pool.
Yeah.
But you get a 1/1, that's pretty rare. And there's like, I think somebody did some research, and you have like a 10% chance to get a taunt.
Wow.
So you can get a taunt. You have a 10% chance to get a taunt immediately.
Then he's going to summon another 6.
Yeah, and then it's probably going to be kind of hard to remove the taunt and kill this thing. So then you get another 6 drop.
Okay, so why wasn't he on your list then?
Because I just thought it was the best card.
Oh, you thought that's going to be a best card?
I thought it was going to be a best card top 10.
Okay,
so I kind of wanted to include Batterhead too.
Yeah, he seems very interesting. We were like, what does this do?
It kind of looks like a weaker Primordial Drake, right?
You know what?
Like,
Don't worry. When fucking Burly Slugfest comes and smashes this guy in half, he's not gonna do anything.
yeah, that's true.
You just watch out on turn 9. Watch out on turn 9. He's a coming. Cable rat lackeys would have been fun. Yeah. Is there anything that gives you lackeys that's neutral? Oh, go back to the carpet.
I think only this thing gives you lackeys as
shit.
a neutral.
The carpet. Go back to the carpet. Up. Right.
This card's trash.
Really?
Yeah.
What about lackeys?
Lackeys is not going to be that common.
Oh.
Because like there's only one neutral card that gives a lackey.
Yeah, but there's...
And then, maybe one card per class that gives a lackey.
Oh.
Druid doesn't even give anything.
Oh, Druid doesn't get lackeys.
Druid doesn't get lackeys. Hunters doesn't get lackeys.
All right.
No.
But then Hunter doesn't need that. It's summon a, what was it, 1 cost minion? And it gets +1/+0 and rush? What was it? Go back to the card.
What?
It's a neutral card. The carpet. Neutral. After you play a 1 cost minion. Alright, it's 1 cost minions. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's play. It's not
It's
summon.
not summon? Oh, so it doesn't work with the Mad Summoner?
It doesn't work with the Math Summoner.
Damn it. Okay.
This card, some people think it might be nuts.
That was on my short list, but then it didn't make it because I'm like, what spells cost 5?
Yeah, there's not gonna be that. Like, sure, you're gonna draft your big spells, but how often are you gonna get it in your hand with this card?
Right. And then 5 mana 4/4 seems underwhelming if it doesn't have rush or anything, to back it up really.
Yeah.
So.
But people compare this card to this 5 mana 5/4 that deals 3 damage if you have a dragon in here.
Right.
And this deals 4 damage, so it deals 4 damage, which is more damage than the 5/4.
Yeah.
That's one less stat.
It looks like a mage card.
It looks like a mage, warlock,
standard.
priest.
More of a standard card than.
That's about it. Right?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. So
that's it for now.
Before we end our kind of podcast, a top 10-ish show, I want to talk about something that maybe a lot of people didn't know, but somebody on Arena HS made a thread about it. And basically, they updated Hearthstone on Friday or Thursday, April 4th.
Yeah.
My birthday. And they put all the new cards from Rise of Shadows into the game already. So on Monday when it launches, all the cards will be available. But they also got rid of micro adjustments. So if you look at HS replay stats, it's insane. It's like a totally different meta. Okay, Rogue is at a 55% win rate. Warlock, Paladin is number 3 now. 51.8%. It's not even close. Mage is back to number 4. Shaman is now at the bottom. Hunter was at the bottom before, but
it's making its way up.
It's making its way up. And Priest and Druid are the bottom 3. So if nobody remembers this, but Warrior and Hunter got micro-adjusted down. Rogue got micro-adjusted down. Rogue got so many micro-adjustments in the period of micro-adjustments that without micro-adjustment, Rogue is at 55%. That is an insane amount of win rate.
So they were doing good things with micro-adjust. They were balancing.
Yeah, they were balancing. If you remember from last week, all the classes were within like almost 6% of each other.
It's almost, you have a 10% difference.
But now there's like an 11% difference
between first and last. Yes.
So they said they're gonna adjust. They're gonna micro adjust after like the first week or something.
Of the new cards.
So
they just took everything off because like they're getting ready to redo everything.
They're getting ready to redo everything with a clean slate.
Yeah. Who's really playing Arena now anyways? We just want to play with new cards. Give us the new cards.
I didn't play any Arena recently. Well, I was hanging out with my girlfriend. I was doing pretty good though in the last 6 days before the expansion. I got like 4-12 wins. And I did like, I don't know, like maybe 12 runs.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a lot of 12s, but now it's going to be a new
show.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. So wait, they took everything off? They just undid
I'm pretty sure they reset everything because I looked at all the classes. So Warriors now has more Super Colliders.
How'd you know that? Oh, you look at the stats here?
So you click Warriors, and then you look at class cards only.
Yeah.
And then you see Super Collider here.
What's the spike?
And you just see a spike.
Ah.
And it happened on the 4th, right? And then you see...
Oh.
So before, the popularity of Super Collider was 3.3%.
It was fine. Yeah.
And then now it almost doubled.
Whoa, shit.
It almost doubled.
Yeah.
Like, that's a pretty crazy micro.
Time to play Warrior again.
So now you have more Super Colliders. Hunter's not a good class to look at because Hunter has a lot of top bucket cards. So let's look at Paladin, which was, about number 4, number 5. They didn't even hit 50% when this happened. Now they hit 50%. So the card we want to look at is Spike Rich Steed, because most people auto-pick this card. So if you look at before then, it was about 2.8%. And now it's at 4.3%. So it's not a large increase, but still
that is significant, right?
It's almost like a 50% increase.
Yeah. When you think about it, 1% to 2%, that's not that much. But then I guess it is significant overall. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't notice it, but who cares? We're just excited by new cards.
Look at Stonehill, dude. They micro-adjusted a neutral card in Paladin. Like, you see Stonehill was 16%, and now it's like 21%.
Wow, that is...
They micro-adjusted neutral cards.
So the moral of the story is, with micro-adjusts, Blizzard is doing a good job.
Yeah.
Because without micro-adjusts, things go to shit.
Yeah.
So we need Blizzard to micro-adjust.
We need the micro-adjust.
Was anyone against micro-adjusts?
I think the only argument against micro adjustment is that
they weren't doing it right.
Yeah, and then like last time they micro adjusted, it didn't make any sense to me because Mage and Warlock, for example, before micro adjustment, they were already number 3 and number 4. Mm-hmm. And if they nerfed Warrior and Hunters, Warlock and Mage would be already balanced enough to be where they are. But then they upgraded Warlock and Mages, so then for the last couple months you had Warlock and Mage as clearly number 1, number 2. It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
It's
fine. It's not an exact science because things with this thing, you're playing against other people. You're not just playing against a machine. So from my understanding, it's like an organic. What happened here?
So this is so in January they buffed all the classes except for Warrior, Hunter, and Rogues. So now you see there are less blast waves now because Mage has been dumbed down. You can see they had 8% blast wave, and now
why would they increase the blast wave? That makes no sense to me.
Because they want to increase the win rate of classes, right? Because let's look at Flame Strike. Definitely went down. Oh, Flame Strike didn't went down. That's pretty amazing, actually.
Anyways, what I say? Yeah, it's not like exact science. It's like an organic ecosystem where if you change one thing, it changes other things. So people are always hard on Blizzard. They want them to get it right the first time. It's impossible to get it right.
You know what also happened? It's not just micro adjustment. They removed bonus of Rastakhan. Yeah, they released. So when Rastakhan was released, we were begging for an expansion bonus. Because Rastakhan was the last set. So then they removed all of that in April 4th.
Oh, okay.
So now Warbears, which was at 40%, goes back to 30%.
Good save there, Tachi. I knew I had you.
So it's not just micro adjustments. It's also Rastakhan.
Okay.
So that's why Blast Wave went down so much. I don't think Blast Wave was even micro adjusted. It's just
it was rebucketed.
It was rebucketed.
Wait. Is micro adjust rebucketing?
No.
Oh, that's another thing.
That's another thing.
Oh my god. Okay.
And the only thing I kind of don't like about all this is that they don't give you the information. Like they didn't tell you. Like when the update happened on April 4th, they didn't tell you that they resetted all the adjustments that happened in Arena. And so nobody really knew about it till somebody made a post on it on Arena HS. So if you wanna be on the down low, like you wanna be up to date with Arena, you wanna be looking on Arena HS because this is where all the information happens.
Got a lot of hardcore people there.
Hardcore people, like this guy made a thread, right? He's like, did they micro adjust the classes again?
Hey, where's my post? Is it on the bottom? Did someone delete it?
Oh shit! Why is it white now? Okay, I don't know what happened there. But anyways, there you have it. They removed the Rasticon bonus, and they removed micro adjustments. So yeah.
Anything else?
That's about it. So next week
we get to play new cards, and we get to talk about. I guess we'll make a list. Do you think we want to do another list of your top 10 or the classes?
No. Yeah, we're gonna make a list about top classes. But it's gonna be weird because I'm going to be looking at HS replay all the time. So it's gonna be my personal opinion of the class list, but it's not gonna follow HS replays.
Because what we did was last time we'd have 3 categories. We have a top 3, second 3, and bottom 3. And if you're in the right category, you get a point for the class that you put in that category.
Okay. So we're still gonna do this, but we're gonna do it after 48 hours. So,
yeah, next week, whatever it is.
So HS Replay updates their thing every 48 hours, I think.
Is that what you did last time?
So we want to make a list before 48 hours, and then we just match which HS Replay to see which of us gets it.
Yeah. Because last time, didn't I crush you?
Yeah, I just make stupid guesses, man. Because I really don't care about 6 classes. I only care about 3 classes. I just care about which ones are on top.
Yeah.
And
you didn't get any of those. You got one right, I think.
I probably got one right.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody predicted Hunter to have been top 3. You didn't get that. Right?
Yes, I did. I put it number 4.
You put it in the second tier.
But Druid. I mean, Druid.
You put Druid in top tier. You still beat me, dude. That's crazy, man.
Dude, it's just I know what the people want, and I didn't know they'd be hating on Warrior so much when it got number 1 and Hunter when it got number 1. But what do I know, right?
All right, guys, that wraps it up for us.
Yes, thanks for watching another week episode. A lot of people showed up today. We had almost 12 people.
Yeah, we had 12 people.
New record. Check out us on YouTube now if you want. Subscribe, like, have fun doing it. I got the webcam. We're moving studios to my mom's basement soon.
You keep saying soon, but when is that happening?
Next week. Let's try that. Okay. That's it for now. This is Casual Player Will.
This is the Pro Tachi.
Thanks for watching. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to hang out with us. I appreciate it. We'll see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.